And
Yeah.
the music video was catching. The tune was, is this something that got me to be, hey, is this one thing that could raise me? Is this one thing that's so really, is this one thing that,
Oh, it's just such a good song.
Even today, you just be like,
Oh my god, I literally listen to it like every week. Every week.
Oh my, that,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs.
Hi, I'm your host Tandai, and welcome to Sountracks, the podcast where we share the personal connections we have with music and how these connections influence our experiences, our memories, and our emotions. Thank you for coming here today, and thank you for trusting me with your time. Today, my guest is Miss Nia.
Hello.
Welcome to Sountracks.
Thank you for having me.
So, my personal connection is I think a few months ago, Taco and I were watching Bodies on Netflix, and at the end of episode 1, there is there's a bar scene. They're sitting in a bar, or whatever, and there's just, you can hear like the song at the back. And it's like, I've been running through your mind all day. I was like, wait, so what is this? I'm running your mind. I'm so damn tired. I was like, sorry, what is this? I had to put the volume up and Shazam as soon as I can. And that's how I discovered Miss Over Here.
Yeah.
And so that was, that song was Since We're In Together.
Yeah.
And then Wasting Time is actually my song. The part,
really?
oh, I love Wasting Time. That is where I was like, this woman, yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to these songs. And yeah, I also went to the live show, which was on Thursday. I caught snippets of it. Amazing. She looked fantastic. And so if you can just go to social media and see snippets of that, I'm sure they're on her page as well. And wherever you see her, listen to the songs and stream her. She's so talented, so lovely. So yes, hi Nia, welcome.
Thank you. That was such a lovely intro.
Thank you. Welcome to Sountracks. How are you doing today?
I'm good. The sun is out. I'm feeling good.
Spring is fighting.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm ready for summer. I'm ready.
So tell us a little bit about the live show. How was that experience? Was it your first headline show?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good. Honestly, I think it was like, I couldn't have asked for more. It being like my first headline show, I literally just been doing this like basically like a year and a half now, and just to like, I don't know, be at that point where, you know, like people want to come out their house and pay money and come and see me live. And I think one thing as an artist is like getting to see the people and their faces and even just enjoyment and them singing them songs back to you is just like, there's just no price on getting to see that. And it's truly like, and it's an accomplishment, do you know what I mean? And yeah, definitely I've been on a high, like I just keep like just having little like flashbacks and memories of it, and I'm just like, yeah man, I know I'm in the right space. Yeah,
there's something to be said about like waking up every day and doing something that feeds your soul rather than take it away.
Yeah,
I
100%.
think that like, as I work a 9 to 5, and sometimes like I dread going to work, right? Like I'm like, I don't want to do this. And I actually stopped doing that because Taku was getting really worried. He was like, every Sunday you're like, babe, I don't want to, like, I have to go to that place again.
Yeah.
And he's just like what's the matter? But I think for people who wake up and they do things that they're called to do, which I think that, and I've seen you perform, I've listened to your music, you're definitely called to do this thing. And it should it should be just such a blessing to wake up and do it every day.
Yeah, it is literally like, sometimes I just wake up and I'm just like, thank God, I don't have to go and do something that I don't want to do, because trust me, I've been there and I've done it, and I was like everyone else, like, you know, you're waking up, you're not happy, you're going to work, you come home, you're not happy, you're hungry, even just like your mood. And I think just even like having a creative like outlet, I think I've just been able to like get to know myself on like such a deeper level, and it's even almost made me feel like, you know, people that don't get to have creative outlooks, I'm like, oh my gosh, you are missing out so much, because you really learn so much about yourself. And something about it makes me feel like you're you're nurturing your inner child. Do you know what I mean? Because when we're little, you know, people ask you like, oh, what do you want to be? You're like, I want to be a ballerina, I want to be a singer, I want to be a firefighter, all these things. And then all those kind of dreams and things kind of like fade away, you know. You go to school and dreams get crushed.
Exactly.
Yeah, things happen. But I think there's just something so powerful about being like, you know what, in this life, like I'm not going to stick to the norm of like what society is telling me to do. I'm going to stick out my passions, and yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
it's beautiful for us to watch as well.
Yeah.
And kind of an inspiration to be more creative, right? And I think
100%.
when you see people doing and enjoying what they do the most, it kind of, it lets you sit down and kind of think about what it is that you would want to do that would
Yeah.
give you that same amount of enjoyment. I think that seeing you on the stage and you're dancing, the question is like, what would you do that would bring you that much enjoyment, right?
Yeah.
And for me,
Yeah.
I love to do this, so this is fun for
Yeah,
me, and
yeah.
I love this. Or like even I've started coloring, which is really fun, and
That's me.
that
You, it
feeding,
says
that
I'll just
inner
be drawing.
doodling, like that inner child.
You need to. Yeah, 100%. I couldn't agree more. Like even like, I'll be baking, I'll be just drawing, and it won't be anything amazing. Do you know what I mean? But it's just like, sometimes you just need to like let that creative outlook like come out of you. And obviously, not everyone's gonna be the best thing in the world or the best dancer in the world, but like, we only have one life, and ultimately, what you do every day becomes your life. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you're happy every day, then you have a happy life. So
Just trying to strive for contentment.
yeah.
I bought a shit ton of like paint stuff. Only painted once. That's my little painting over there.
That's cute.
I've only ever painted once.
Sunset
But
vibes.
exactly, I should do more of that. I think
Yeah.
I tried to like hold on to the feelings that I felt when I was doing the thing. I think at the time I felt really calm doing that, and I haven't done it for like 2-3 months. And I think I want to get back to that, just like
100%.
creating
Do
more.
it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to play a game.
Yes.
I call it word association. I give you a word and you give me a song that reminds you of that word. All right.
Dun,
Your
dun,
first
dun.
word is Rolo.
Rolo. Rolo. I don't know.
Isn't Rolo the name of your dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, a song that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first song that comes in. It doesn't
okay.
have to be. It doesn't have to be. The word doesn't have to be in the song. It's just
In my
whatever.
head, I was thinking, what song has the word Rolo
No,
in
it doesn't have to.
Okay.
Like your dog.
Okay.
Rolo.
My dog, Rolo, oh, my little man. Oh, I would have to say, you know that Spider-Man song? It's like Spider-Pig does whatever a Spider-Pig does.
Yeah.
Because every single time I like go away for 2 seconds, he's in this most random spot of the house, and I'm just like, what are you doing? But I feel like if he could walk up the walls,
He would.
he would. So that's what I would
Oh,
say.
cute. What breed is your dog?
He is a miniature dachshund with a little quarter of a chihuahua.
Oh, cute. How old
So
is he?
he's called a Chawini.
Oh, cute. How old is he?
He is 6 months today,
Oh,
actually.
cute.
Happy half birthday, Rolo.
I love dogs. I love animals. Given the job that I do, I need to kind of have that. But yes, I love it.
I should have brought him.
Exactly.
Babysit
There's a lot of snacks here for him. I have everything he needs here with me.
Yeah, he's gonna love it.
Next word is Egypt.
Egypt. Ooh. Yes, so obviously I went on holiday to Egypt this January, and I've actually been there 4 times now, but the song I would say reminds me of that time would probably be good question. I feel like maybe Deja Vu by Beyonce.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know, I just kept listening to it.
It's like your
when
your
I was
road trip
on the
song.
beach, I was like, baby.
Because the music video is on the beach.
Oh, Paris.
What?
Yeah, I love that album.
Beyonce was in
Love the
her
album.
bag with that.
That's my favourite Beyonce album.
Yo, that woman is talented. Anyway, cool. Your next question. The next word is family.
Oh, that's a really good one. I would say, I feel like it's an important one, that one.
It's whatever you want to answer.
Well, one of them we'll speak about later as well, but the Put My Records On by Corinne Bailey Ray, that one reminds me of my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. Childhood experiences.
And then the next word is, because I know how tight you are with your friends, friendship.
Oh, that's a good one. I would say Tyrone by Erykah Badu. Because anytime that comes on, we're singing the lyrics like this.
We know what Tyrone.
We ain't calling Tyrone. Yeah, I'd have to say that one. Even like with my cousins, family function, we're getting them to play that so we can sing it. Everyone's in silence. It's just us
pointing fingers and acting like a Tyrone has wronged us. Because probably a Tyrone has wronged us. Anyway. Okay, cool. I think actually one more. South London.
Cold Harbour Lane.
Why that one?
I would say, well, obviously, Cold Harbour Lane is literally as soon as you come out of Brixton Station, it's right there. But I feel like Cold Harbour Lane encapsulated the whole idea of just like London in general. And I feel like everyone talks bad about South London, but you know, there's good food there and
there's
all of
culture
that.
in South London.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Cold Harbour Lane, I feel like it just shows how much culture there is, and there might be crazy people on the street, but it's all good.
It adds to the flavour. I don't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is, actually we're done with the words. We're going to go into Song of the Week. My Song of the Week this week is Green Light by John Legend and Andre 3000. It kind of came on randomly on my Spotify, and I remember how much I used to love this song. And we were talking about music videos earlier, and this song, it was before the streaming, and it was just, I think, when John just started coming up actually, and I would listen to it on like the music video channels that I had back at home, which would be like your Channel O, your MTV Base, or your Trace, and it was just a fun music video, and it reminded me of just how, I don't know, how fun, I guess, a music can be. It's very carefree, and the music video was just fun and dancey. It was a party, and so that's what I've been jamming to this week.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, I think, you know, like we were saying before, like music videos just, I don't know, it just brings a little whole much more life to songs.
Yeah, they should do more of them. I think
they should.
I think I am challenging you as an artist to do more music videos and put them out. I think we were talking about things like TikTok as well that aren't necessarily doing great in terms of like artistry and having music videos out. But like, I want to watch a music video. It's just fun.
Yeah. Listen, when the time and funds permit, music videos are coming. Music videos are coming, because I love music videos. But my song of the week, I would have to say, is Worth It by Ray. I've just been eating up her album. I've just been eating her up, and that song in particular at the minute is the one that I've had on loop. But yeah.
Is there anything particular about Worth It that you?
Oh, I just really like the harmonies. Like, he gon' word it, and just, you know what, Ray's pen game is just crazy. I
like, the woman is paid money to write those songs, not only for herself but for other people, because she's so good.
No, yeah, she's so good. Like, I would love to get in the studio.
Like, how do you, like, I always wonder, like, I feel like I'm good at some things, but like, how do you get good at that? Like, at something that you're so good at that people know you for being good at that thing. Like, Ray can write her song.
Oh,
that's one thing. She can write. She can sing a song, but she can write a song.
I think the thing is like, okay, say if you're an artist and you're a singer and you're writing your own music, at some point people are going to realize, like, when you have certain songs or people that like, you know, songwriting, they'll take it in and be like, oh, like, your pen game is great. Do you know what I mean? And I think just building credibility from like showing off what you can do yourself, I think then will open other doors to, like, because, you know, you hear what someone's done and you're like, oh, who wrote this? Then people who say don't write their songs will be like, hey,
come write my song.
Come help me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, hopefully I would like to do that someday as well.
Songwriting, because I think your pen game is really good.
Thank you.
I think the storytelling part, I think, as I said, I was just talking about how people mindlessly listen to music these days, but if you can sit down and listen to the song from the beginning to the end, there is a story, and someone, like, I understand, like, sometimes you're in the gym or wherever, you're not consciously listening, but I think that given that someone has legitly taken their time to write the
To
story,
tell you a
to tell you that
story,
you sit
yeah.
down and you look at it. And I love how Spotify gives you lyrics at the bottom.
Yeah,
So you
I
just like
always read
swipe up and then
lyrics.
you're reading, you're like, oh, raw. Like you're saying that for real, for real.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, yeah, it's art on its own. And it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, look, we need to really sit down and appreciate. The same way we read books, we should take the time to really take in the lyrics that people are writing.
Yeah, definitely. Because like I can always tell, like, and I think that's one of the biggest compliments for me as an artist. Like, as much as I love to sing, I love putting all the harmonies in and all of that. But when someone compliments my songwriting, it's just like,
Thank you,
man. Because I think one thing as an artist and a songwriter is that when I'm writing these songs, they didn't come from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? They're things that I have experienced or observed or, you know, gone through, and they're all very like personal. Do you know what I mean? And some are more personal than others, but I think each time it's just like it's little snippets of my life. And I think that's why, like, when you get on stage and you get to perform, you can like evoke that like same like feeling, whether it's sad, happy, angry. Yeah, it's great.
And I think people kind of listen to those lyrics and have those things translate for them as well in their lives.
Yeah, and then it means something to them as well.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, at the end of the headline show when we're all screaming about since we went together, it's because we've all been heartbroken. Do you know what I mean? And I think just like being a little like snippet of someone's life is just, yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, the same way I think people have that about like music that they've listened to as children. It's the same way we're looking for music these days that would speak to us in a very similar way. I always say that like I've been with Taco for 9 years, right? And I hear like since we ain't together and like wasting time, I'm like, I would love to relate, but I just cannot. I like to be like, yes, bitch, you hurt me, fuck you, but I can't because that's not
You're gonna put it on in the car. It's gonna be looking at you like,
not my
girl.
You're singing it a bit too passionately tonight. What are you upset about? But it's always really great to hear that, you know, if you were to be in a situation like that, you know exactly what you're gonna go back to and the music you're gonna listen to, which is, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like, it's something you just can't describe. It's something you can't describe. Like, being able to like connect with people like that is really amazing. It really is. Yeah.
So speaking of connections, we're gonna go into your soundtracks, which you're gonna pick randomly for my trusty IKEA little pot over here. So just pick it out and just talk about it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we have "Girl Put Your Records On" by Corey and Bailey Ray. This song literally makes me think of, so I was around like the age of like, maybe I think I was like 6. My parents had like split up, and you know, me and my mum had like gone through like a bit of like a rough patch, and my mum had bought a flat. It was like a little flat, but there was like, we had hardly anything in it. We just had like like sofa and stuff. But I just remember this one day, and like the sun was just like beaming in through like the windows and stuff, and like if anyone knows me, the sun puts me in a good mood. And like the sun's beaming through, my mum has this song like full blast, and I'm pretty sure she's like running around the flat in like a towel, but she's just so like happy and like proud. And like anytime I hear that song, it just makes me think of me and my mum, and I always put it on when we're in the car and we just sing our hearts out, because it just has such like a good vibe and feeling. Like I really just love that song.
It's a feel-good song.
It is a feel-good song.
I think this is also one of those songs where if you ask me about the era of music videos and the era of like me being, I don't know, 6, 7, like that's the kind of music that I was listening to that would come on. I think at 13, 14, I think I spoke about this before on this podcast, where I got like an MP3 player. But I didn't know how to put music in with that computer, like USB stuff. I didn't know how to do that. So what I would do is I would wait for the music channels to play the song. And this was before you could like pause, so there's no pausing in this time. So I would like stand in front of the speaker and record it, right? And I have 2 sisters, I'm the oldest of 3, and they would come in the sitting room and like disturb, and I'm like, shh, and that's, you can for like 2 seconds, that's all you hear, you're like, shh. and then the song continues playing, and I'm sure this was
Yeah.
one of the ones that I would sit there and record, and it's a feel good song that like it's very carefree as well. Like
It's such a
amazing
good song. It's actually funny. There's actually even I think I was in like year 4 at the time, and there was this one girl that I had made friends with called Damaris, and she was from Portugal, and she literally knew no English. Damaris, I miss you. And she left in like year 6, and I just remember, oh my god, I was just crying. I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna see this girl again. I still to this day don't know where she is. I've tried to like look on like Facebook and everything. I can't find her. But I remember the first song that she ever got taught in English was this song because of me.
You're like, that's the song we're gonna sing.
Yeah, it was like lunchtime, and I was like, I'm gonna teach you a song. And every single day, I like taught her little bits of English. I don't know why, because my English is not good. But I just remember like teaching her like the intro, like 3 little birds. Yeah. And I was just like, we did it every lunchtime after
it's a
that.
sweet song,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So love that song.
Just relax. Don't let those other words hold
It's
you.
beautiful.
She was in the bag when she did that one. Oh, love that
So
song.
good.
Oh,
So good. Yeah. Love it.
next song.
Okay. Next up, we have... Oh, yes. Bag Lady by Erykah Badu. So, Bag Lady, I mean, Erykah is just the goat of neo soul.
She is.
And I would consider myself a neo soul babe.
That you are.
Yeah. So, I mean, Bag Lady is just one of those, like, iconic songs. And I think, again, with, like, songwriting, as a songwriter, when you listen to what she did in this song, down to, like, oh, she's a bag lady, but really she's talking about a girl that has a lot of baggage and all these things that she needs to let go of, and, like, that message behind the song. I just thought it was just so interesting. And one day I was at home, and I think I just threw on some, like, random, like, YouTube beat. Everyone had gone out the house for, like, an hour. I was like, oh, let me just write a song. And I started to write Tea Lady, which is on my EP, and literally as soon as I started writing it, I got so excited. I was like, this song is so good. And like, it's not always that happens, like when I'm like writing a song, like I'm like very like concentrating and like write what goes here and all this stuff, but like in that moment I was just like so excited, and literally the song basically just like wrote itself. Yeah. And then we got to go in the studio, and I worked with Hoost, who produced it. Amazing, he's an amazing producer. And literally it was so funny, like we even got a kettle in the studio and like poured it in front of the mic.
So
if you go on Spotify, you'll hear it in the beginning. But it was just such a fun studio session, and it was so fun to like write about something that wasn't a normal subject matter, I suppose, because you know, gossip and tea and it's not the most common thing. So Bag Ladies are one of the...
It's super, like, Bag Lady is catchy, because I was listening to, it came, obviously, when your list of songs was sent to me, I listened to it, and I was like, wait, man, this sounds like something I was listening to the other day. I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what? I actually had to sing it to myself slowly, to be like, I'm like, oh shit, this is where Tea Lady came from. It's a great song, and it had me. You know what Tea Lady reminds me of? So I grew up in a town called Ongwediva in Namibia.
Okay.
And I grew up in a kind of a strict household. My mom was very strict, and so was my dad, and I like understood that it is what it is, right? But there was this one auntie who lived on our street, who would stand at her gate for hours, right? Just watching people go back and forth.
She was a tea lady.
She was, oh my God, she was the most annoying. Like, and you know when you're like in grade like 6 or 7, it's like 13, 14, and you're just starting to talk to boys. If she sees you talking to a boy, she's telling your mom. So what you don't want is, and you can never, I used to do this thing where, because I used to live across from my primary school, right?
Okay.
So I could see, and it was like a barbed wire or whatever. It had like a fence, and you can see through the fence who was on the other side, right next to the house. So I always knew if I had like a boy escorting me home, I could see her, so I would just stop him. But the problem is, if I can see her, she can see me. You know what I mean? Like, if I can see her, she can see me. Yeah. And sometimes she would like wait for me to like get so like, oh, who was that? And I was like, ma'am, none of your business. Like, what?
That was my cousin.
And why are you so unhappy? Go into your house. Why are you outside looking for things to talk about? And she'd be like, oh, and sometimes like I would forget about her, or I would go another direction, so I wouldn't see that she's there. And then I'd walk past the house with this friend of mine, and she would just be like, and I just know my mom is gonna come ask me about it in a few hours. I just know she's gonna be like, oh, I saw Tendai with a boy. Like, who asked you? Go into your house. Oh, God.
No, that's so funny.
Oh.
But we all know a tea lady.
Oh, God.
We all know a tea lady.
Just go into your house, auntie. Like, why are you outside? You're looking for trouble.
I feel like we all have an inner tea lady. But there's limits.
I just want to know the tea. I'm not going to tell anybody. Yeah. I just want you to tell me.
Keep it to yourself.
And I just want to be, like, I want to be entertained. That's why I call my sisters. Because my sisters are, one is 21, one is 22.
Okay.
And so they're in the phases of their life where there's so much drama, and I love that for me, because there's nothing my life is just there's nothing for me to talk about. So I call them. I'm like, so guys, what's happening in the friend group? What's happening? And then I'm the tea lady, but just because I want the tea, not that I'm gonna tell anybody about anything. I just want to be entertained.
Okay. It's okay.
I want to be entertained.
Moderation.
Yeah, gossip is great, people.
Okay, right. Next one we have, oh yes, One Thing by Amarie. So I picked this one because of the music video. I remember being in that same flat, and I think I had just got done watching Sister Act 2. I used to love that because Lauryn Hill, I was like, oh my God, I was like obsessed.
Oh, yeah.
So good. And like I was always just be like, I would get home, I would watch Bratz, I would watch Sister Act 2.
Bratz the movie or Bratz the episodes?
Okay.
Did you watch Bratz?
I've got all the movies.
Did you watch?
I've got it. Yeah.
Bratz the movie.
I've got the CDs still.
I think I was on I was on TikTok, and they put like snippets of.
Oh my God! I watched all of them.
This is your lucky. I used to love Bratz the movie. They weren't them anyway. Sorry, you were saying.
Anyway. But yeah, so I would get home, and then in the evenings I would just love to watch the music channel. And I remember Amarie One Thing coming on, and I remember my mum already singing it, and I was like, oh my gosh, how does she know this song? And I don't know this song because I love this song. I was like, this is amazing. Like, just all like her dancing, and like there's this like one scene where she's like my car keys are jiggling in my hands, right? And you just see her like little heels like walking off, and I'm just like, oh my God, everything just looks so good. Do you know what I mean? And I was just like, yeah, I was like, this is just amazing. And after that, all I ever did was watch the music channel. It's all I ever did. Yeah, so yeah, that one.
That song is a jam, but also at the same time, I can also relate to that. It's like for me, I think I was watching one of the channels called like SABC one of those, it was Channel O, where that song came out. And I just, the music video was catching, the tune was, is this something that got me stepping, hey, is this one thing that could rest me, is this one thing that's so really, is this one thing that,
it's just such a good song.
Even today, you just be like,
oh my God, I literally listen to it like every week. Every week.
Oh my,
yeah, it's one of my favorite songs for sure.
I hope you're doing well, ma'am.
Yes.
And we miss you, and thank you for that jam that you gave to us. She's writing kids' books now, apparently.
Yes,
I love that for her.
She does, and she does like a little like book review thing.
I love YouTube. That. But thank you for the things you did. You don't know how much you mean to us, but thank you.
Yes,
we appreciate that. Next song.
Okay, we have. Oh, Since We're Together by Myself. So I put this one in because I think without this song, I actually just wouldn't even be here, you know. And even like you found me through this song on the Netflix show Bodies, and I think it was the second song that I ever released. And the thing is, especially being an independent artist, like you actually just have no idea like what's gonna happen with your songs. You know, you could get, you know, I could have started releasing and just had 2 people listen. I had no idea how many people were going to listen. And obviously still to this date, with all my releases so far from this year, it's still my biggest song. And yeah, I think I just have to say thank you to that song in a way, because I literally wouldn't be here. So yeah.
What was the kind of inspiration behind?
Oh no. Well, if you guys listen to the lyrics, I had just got out of a relationship, and I went through like a bit of like writer's block, and I had written this one song that's not released, called Supposed to Be, and it is so sad. It's so sad. And then after that, I kind of like, it was like the midst of summer, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna make myself feel good. I'm that girl. Do you know what I mean? And I just started to kind of like regain like that confidence that kind of gets like lost in that process. Particularly when people are unfaithful in relationships, that can really mess up some things in your head about like, you know, like, was it me?
Was it me?
Like,
What could I have done more?
All these things, even if you know, of course it
Nothing to do
wasn't
with
me.
you.
Like, yeah. So I was kind of like in that headspace, and I literally wrote the song in about like half an hour. I had to go to work, and I was like, again, it was sunny, and I was just like, oh, you know what, like, let me just like write this thing. And the verses came first, and then I wrote the chorus, and then I was like, actually, you know what, I want to come in with the chorus. I was just like, because in my head I was just like, you know what, at this point, it was, you know, how they always say like, oh, you break up in relationships, and at first the girl is all
Checked
sad, and we're all like, oh no, and the guy's generally like they're doing fine, and then in this period where I wrote the song, it was kind of that transition period of like, oh, I'm doing fine. And now you're starting to realize what you've done, and I was getting a lot of messages, a lot of flowers, a lot of cards, and I was just like, oh my god, please stop thinking about me.
I'm so tired, dog.
I'm so tired
because I've been running through your mind.
Running through your mind.
I'm tired.
Yeah, so that's how I came up with that. But yeah,
it's a beautiful song.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the success of that. It's a very beautiful song.
Thank you. Yeah, and I kind of, my whole thing is like, obviously I'll write like sad songs as well, that have like a sad feeling, but one thing I really enjoy doing is writing a sad song lyrically, but the beat and the production is not sad, because it almost gives it this like, I'm over it, I'm getting through it, and it's more of like an empowering move rather than like wallowing in the sadness.
Yeah.
And I think with like, say, a song like that, it allows me to like become and be the person that I actually want to be. I feel like sometimes with my art I'll be like, okay, there's a song that isn't released, but I was kind of like not feeling like myself a few months ago, and then I was like, you know what, I want to feel like that girl. I want to feel how I felt like, say, I don't know, when I was like 18, had no care in the world. So I wrote this song, and it's called Who's That Girl? And when I'm listening to it, it's almost like I'm making me like channel to be that girl that I want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cannot wait to hear that.
Yeah,
I think that
it's like a placebo effect.
So I used to do this thing where I'd feel really sad. I don't do it anymore, but like that's how I was at the time. I used to do this thing where when I get really sad, I would just go do my makeup, like, and I would do the eyeshadow. I would do everything and just go all out, because I want to feel good. And I feel like if you look good, you will feel good.
You feel confident.
And sometimes because I don't have the time to do that anymore, I use music as a replacement for that. You know, when you're just like wallowing, feeling sorry for yourself, you need that song to be like, actually, bitch, you are that bitch. Get the fuck up.
Get up.
Let's go.
Go live a life.
Like,
do you know
what?
what I mean? There's so much life to live.
Yeah, why are you sad? You're wasting time. Go.
Yeah,
and
you're wasting time.
Spilling nuggets here and there. Wasting time is a song. So just having those kind of songs that you can go back to and be like, actually help me out of this, is great. So I cannot wait to hear that song, to put it into my Bad Bitch Get Up playlist.
Period.
Or you need to, because life is hard, guys. I'm not gonna lie, and you need to just. Anyway, next song. Last one.
Oh yes, What's Love by Tina Turner. I mean, Tina Turner was just an icon in itself. But when I was younger, my dad had bought me this SingStar set, which was like a, for those who don't know, it's like basically like a karaoke thing, but for your PlayStation. It was a PlayStation 2. And it had like so many songs on there. It had like Whitney Houston, Sierra, or, like it was a good one. It was really good. But one of the songs was What's Love Got to Do With It by Tina Turner. And listen, I was singing that song over and over and over and over again. And I was just obsessed. And now I look back at it, it's kind of strange that that was a song that I was like choosing, because there was a lot more like current fun songs on there, but like I don't know, there was just something about like the passion that Tina had, and like that grit and like just I loved it. I was obsessed.
Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Yeah, and I think that's also another thing of just like claiming that power back. I think she just did that so well, and getting to like sing on that machine. I think also at that point I wasn't thinking like, oh, do I sound good, like all of these things. I was just like, oh my god, I love this enjoyment feeling that I feel when I sing. So that was
I want to do it for a long time. I want to keep doing it, or something that I can go back to.
Yeah, it was like a little drug. Do you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I love this feeling that I get, so I'm gonna go back and doing it. But yeah, that was one of my favorite songs to do.
But it also, I think for you as a musician also, it should be so great for you to think back about like essentially where it all started, right?
Yeah.
And from days where it's not always easy to do the job that you decided to do, being able to like think about that little girl singing that song and how much joy she had doing it, and trying to like,
she's not thinking about logistics and all of these things.
There's
it was just pure love.
Exactly, pure love, and being able to tap into that when you're doing your job as well, just 100%. To be like, I'm honoring her in doing this, and yeah, that's great.
Definitely.
I love Tina. I think she reminds me of my mom in many ways. Just that kind of strength of like womanhood,
very strong,
all in it. When Tina Turner sings, it's like, wow, she said what?
She means what she
says, and it's just, it's a beautiful thing to listen to. And I think that's a lot of when you're looking for kind of artists today who have that grit that you're looking for, right? With that power, that voice just takes you, and yeah,
amazing.
I love you, Tina.
Rest in peace. We love you. Rest in peace.
Cool. I think that's the jar's empty. Did that quickly. We're going to move on to some questions, right? So just like, I call it Spitfire. It's not Spitfire. You can think about it. The first question I always ask: what is a song you wish you could hear again for the first time?
Ooh, hear again for the first time. I might have to say X Factor by Lauryn Hill.
Okay, why?
Because I think when I listened to it, I was just like, the song is just like phenomenal. And I think hearing it for the first time, I don't think people really actually listen to the lyrics of that song, because they're like, it's really sad. And like sometimes I can't listen to it because I'm like, oh my gosh, like the pain and like what she's saying is like so powerful. But yeah, I think just getting to like listen to that song for the first time and being like that shock of like
shit,
like, oh my god, like this song is intense. Like not only is it so beautiful, but it's got like such a strong like meaning behind it. And also again, the songwriting, amazing.
The next question: what is a song that you would dedicate to your brother?
To my brother. At the minute he keeps singing Love by Keisha Cole at me. We like the other day we just started break out singing it. We're like, love. Yeah, so I'll give him that one.
That's so adorable. What is a song that would describe your first romance?
Oh, my first romance. That's you know what? I feel like I've tried to erase those things from my brain.
I'm so sorry.
For my first romance, you know what? Okay, I still want this song to be played at my wedding, but one of the songs that it was Can You Stand the Rain? Yeah. Yeah.
That is a jam. When R&B was R&B and music videos were in the rain. You understand?
Yeah, because I have some like nice memories to that song, and I just think like it's just such a beautiful song of like, you know, through all like the bad times, like, are we gonna stay together? We didn't stay together, but when
That's
the
a
right
jam.
person comes along, I'm sure they'll give that song a new meaning.
They said I need somebody who'll stand by me.
Yeah.
Through the good and the bad times, will always,
Oh yes.
always be right there. Come on now. Sunny days, everybody loves them. But tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Yes, that's in the bag as well.
Such a good song.
What's your go-to shower song?
You know what? I don't really listen to music in the shower.
Why don't people listen to music in the shower? Like everyone says, I don't listen to music. What are you doing? You're with your thoughts.
I know.
You're in the shower with your thoughts.
I'm like,
oh no.
in the shower by myself. But a shower song. Ooh, I feel like a good one would be Whitney Houston. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the song. She's like, when they're like, oh, you went out to eat. Oh my god, why can't I remember?
Right,
but it's okay. Yeah, that one.
Beautiful song.
Gosh. How's that just evaporate from my brain like that?
It's a very fun song. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. Fine. When you leave this world, this realm, what is a song that you'd want your loved ones to sing to celebrate your life?
I think one of mine, I suppose.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I think one of mine. I would say I can't really pick a song. I would just say whatever song of mine connects to them the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like that's an individual thing. I think like this one song might be like, say for you, you love Wasting Time. My mom loves Call It Quits. You know, my sister loves Tea Lady. I feel like
They sing that.
Yeah, whatever one they like, yeah.
That's so powerful though, like being able to like leave that behind for your people to kind of still go back to and remember you by.
Yeah, we're leaving something tangible behind.
Something tangible
strange,
behind, yeah. And with streaming stuff, like you can't lose it like a CD, for example.
No,
it's in the ether somewhere. Someone has it.
Yeah, unless someone wants to hack into my file.
Because I'm deleting shit. But yeah, shit. Fine. Final question. If you were stranded on a desert island, and you could only play 3 EPs or 3 albums,
Okay.
what would they be?
It would be Frank by Amy Winehouse.
What song on Frank would you say is your favorite?
Oh, at the minute, I would have to say it changes. It changes all the time. But maybe I Had Love Is Blind. Yeah, I think that's I like all of them. But yeah.
Amy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
What song on that?
And X Factor.
X Factor. Okay.
Or That Thing. That's not just that's a bop. And then I would have to say Erykah Badu. I'm just trying to decide between the albums. I don't know.
Pick one. There's only one. Only one can say.
Let's go with, oh my god, I forgot the name of the album. Not Baduism, the other one. Oh, it is called Baduism.
Is it Baduism?
Yeah. Sorry. You know what I was thinking about? Mama's Gun.
Oh, I see.
I would take Baduism, and I think I would be listening to On and On. Yes. Yes, that's what I'd be listening to.
That song.
It goes on and on. Like a rolling stone.
No, like I think when people think Neo Soul, they think that song.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because it's just, cause you didn't do your math.
And the thing is, at the time she dropped that, the scene was not making music like that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. I would like to come into the scene with like the modern version of Neo Soul. Not that it's old, but like just a new fresh take on it. Yeah, definitely. But
that's great.
Those 3 albums are up there. I've actually got them as vinyls on my wall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to build the vinyl collection soon, but I want to buy the player first. Then I know that I have things to play. I just want to have them in the house. And then I'll start like sticking them around because they double as art as well. So
yeah, they're beautiful. Every time I'm live, people are like, "Oh, I really like your posters." I'm like, "It's actually a vinyl."
there's stuff inside. Thank you. But yeah, that's been great. Thank you so much for sitting with me and talking to me.
No, thank you.
It's been lovely. Thank you. Where can people find you?
Everywhere as Nia Chennai. It's NIACHENNAI. Not me forgetting how to spell my name. But you can find me literally Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere under that.
And if someone was a new listener, what is the song you think that they should start with?
Ooh, maybe Since We Ain't Together. I feel like maybe that will be the nice one to ease them in. Yeah. And then after that, you can go to Call It Quits, T-Lady. Listen to the whole EP.
Just listen to the whole thing. Sit down and enjoy the music and the storytelling.
There's a lot of storytelling throughout that. My EP, Diaries of a Waste of Paper. So.
Also, that name.
Yeah.
Why?
So, Diaries of a Waste of Paper because I was like trying to obviously think of like names for the project, but I was like, okay, you know what? Every single one of these songs, when I'm songwriting, is a story of something in my life or something along those lines. And I have a diary, but I don't write in my diary about life. I write my songs in my diary. And I was just like, oh, you know what, like I don't need a diary. Diary's a waste of paper because I just write all my emotions and sing them. So we don't need the diary. We're just gonna sing it. We're just gonna sing all our problems.
And in many ways, the EP then becomes your diary. Like it's not paper; it's actual like audio, and that is.
It's an audio version of what I would write in a diary.
Yeah,
literally.
I was very smart. I was like, oh,
thanks.
Very smart.
Now I'm like, what's the album name gonna be? Oh no.
We're waiting for that level of creativity to come in as well.
I'm sure it will come when the
time is right.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, like, subscribe, comment, all those things. And if you'd like to submit your own soundtracks or your own stories of the music that you love, please, the link is in the show notes, or you can just find me on Instagram and we can talk there. But I've been Tandai.
I've been Nia Chennai.
And this has been Sountracks. Thank you guys. Bye.